3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff of
Rocket propulsion, aka cryogenic propulsion. Is it rocket science? Well, it is rocket science, but I'm gonna make sure by the end of this video you understand the concept of rocket propulsion, how it works, how the combustion works, and what are the components involved in the combustion process and also the propulsion process. Without further ado, let's get to the video. It's a aviation six pack and the aircraft So throughout this video, you need to do me a favor. You need to just think of one law which creates the base of this video, and that law is Newton's third law of motion, which dictates as every action has an equal and opposite reaction. What's the action? The action is the rocket flies into space via our atmosphere, and the reaction is the amount of energy that is propelled down onto the ground and the rocket lifts off. Have you watched SpaceX videos where the spacecraft just flies up and there's a nice countdown from 10 to 1, and when it hits the go sign you can see a massive gust of air just propelling down towards the surface, and this creates the liftoff. So this is the basic Newton's third law of motion: action, reaction, and the rocket just moves out into the space, which is magical in my point of view. But let's see how this works. So as I said, hot gases push down at a higher velocity, creating this reaction force. And at the beginning of this video I said cryogenic. Some people tend to get scared by the word cryogenic. What does cryogenic means? Cryogenic simply means when a gas exists in a liquid form at extremely low temperatures. And in rocket propulsion we use two main propellants, which is liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen. And when I said extremely low temperatures, they are bone chilling low temperatures. Liquid oxygen, it's around minus 183 degrees Celsius, and liquid hydrogen is minus 253 degrees Celsius. So you must have realized by now that cryogenic propulsion or rocket propulsion relies heavily on extremely low temperatures to create its thrust. But you might also argue, but all you see during a liftoff is a big fireball going down. Let me explain where and how the fire comes out and how these chilling temperatures just converts into high temperatures. So the next part of this video is where the magic happens, the combustion process. So as I said previously, liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen are mixed together to create this enormous thrust, and this involves a process called oxidation. Oxidation, for those of you who are not familiar with the term oxidation is simply addition of an oxygen to a substance or removal of an hydrogen from a substance. That's basically what oxidation is. And this reaction is a highly exothermic reaction. And so exothermic reaction is when energy is released from a reaction. This release occurs in the form of light or heat. So that's exothermic. And for those chemistry geeks, I'll put the reaction equation somewhere on the screen. So these reactions produce a large amount of energy, which is then harnessed to produce thrust. Well, some of you might ask me, what's the benefit of using liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen? Why can't we use something else? Well, there are two main advantages for using these propellants. Number one is they have a high specific impulse. High specific impulse is the amount of thrust created per kilogram of propellant consumed. In layman term, what this means is the ratio of thrust to mass flow rate. And the second advantage is this reaction gives out water vapor as a byproduct, which is an environmental friendly method. So these are the two main reasons why these propellants are a better choice than other propellants. So by now I'm pretty sure you are aware how important is Newton's third law to understand in the propulsion system of a rocket. And now let's look at some of the components that are involved with this propulsion. Before moving on to next section, let me tell you something. A lot of research and time is allocated to these videos, in creating these videos, and a lot of my time. I'm also a full-time engineer, so I would greatly appreciate if you can subscribe to my channel and share this knowledge with everyone, so everyone can get benefit out of it, and also I'll get a good crowd, as well as I can bring more quality videos and I can be more motivated to keep going. So that's a quick reminder for you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe, and let's move on to components. So number one is the injector. The main purpose of the injector is to ensure the propellants mix properly. In this case, liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen, they are mixed properly to create a complete combustion. Now the second main component is the nozzle, and this sits at the bottom of the rocket, and this is the bell-shaped component that you see in videos. I'm pretty sure I'll put a video somewhere here. What this does is this accelerates hot gases to generate maximum thrust. Well, these are the main components that contribute to rocket propulsion, and so far you haven't heard of any challenges. Well, there are challenges that is involved with rocket propulsion or cryogenic propulsion. So one of the biggest challenges are maintaining these extreme temperatures require advanced insulation, and also we need materials to withstand the extreme conditions of space travels. So maybe you can research on them, and these are the challenges. It's always the challenges that push us further. So if you're at a point where you're interested in space engineering and you need to do something related to rocket propulsion or cryogenic propulsion, these might be some good research areas to look into. So everyone, that's it from me. This is what I want to bring. I wanted to break down rocket propulsion into its simplest form so that everybody can understand. Please share this video if it means any interest to you. I'm pretty sure this is a very interesting topic. And before I leave, let me ask you one quick question. Is it still rocket propulsion? I would like to see your answers in the comment section below. This is me, Dinwan Galwata, signing off.